So there was a big baller on full display, ladies and gentlemen. On Saturday, Lonzo making his preseason debut. He struggled with the shot, missing 7 of 9 from the field and was just 1 of 5 from three-point range. He finished the game with 5 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Stephen A., are the expectations for Lonzo overblown?
I think they're overblown if you're looking for him to be a scorer. If you're looking for him to be a facilitator, not so much. I'm not fazed by the fact that he shot 2 for 9 because to me, he got off those shots with ease. They just weren't falling. That's what you have to be, because you have to be concerned with Lonzo Ball in terms of whether or not he'll be able to get his shot off on this level, not whether he makes or misses it, because him making or missing it, I mean, some nights you're going to have off nights. He's not a shooter. He's a scorer. He can put the ball in the hole from the perimeter. But our concern with his shot was whether or not he was going to be able to get it off, not whether or not he was going to be able to make it. The shots that he took last night are the same kind of shots I saw him taking at UCLA. Just because he missed is of no consequence to me. It's whether or not he could actually get his shot off. That is what I think that we're going to learn from Lonzo. In terms of him being a facilitator and what have you, we have to look at Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. Because the question is, are you going to be able to get him the personnel where he can feed off or he can feed them to do some things? The Julius Randles of the world, the Clarksons of the world, the Larry Nance Jr.'s of the world, and others. Do these guys have what it takes to capitalize off of Lonzo Ball's facilitation? That's the huge question mark about him, and those expectations don't bother me because he's got to help them in that regard. But him making or missing, I'm more concerned with whether he gets his shot off than whether or not he makes or misses them.
Look, the Lakers and Lakers fans, and there are a ton of them all around the world, may be what's called wish casting a little bit here with Lonzo Ball. Maybe I'm guilty of that too. Wish casting, you know, when you are hoping so much for something to exist for the team you root for that you try to wish it into existence, particularly with the Lakers when you have consecutive years with the number 2 overall pick. And Ingram, there's upside, but it was no sure thing. And the same thing with Lonzo Ball, right? No sure thing. So you just wish it into existence, or try to. But in this case, I don't know that the hype is overblown. What's Lonzo Ball's upside if we can wish that he's the best version of what he could be? Jason Kidd? Well, Asen Kidd early in his career, no J, right? Couldn't hit a shot, but was a great facilitator. He could rebound the ball. He was a great team player, and that's the way Lonzo Ball's been raised. Whatever you think about LeVar Ball, when everyone says, Stephen A., when you challenge him, what's he going to do against Steph Curry or this one or that one? Or what Russell Westbrook, he says, it's not about one-on-one. It's a team game. That's the way he raised Lonzo to play, and Lonzo has not only great vision, but something that you talked about earlier in the season, Stephen A., talking about the difference between him and D'Angelo Russell. He also has that thing that makes people want to follow him and get on the same page and play with a generosity of spirit. That's what you're looking, well, but that's what, that may not be wish casting. That we've seen. Even when De'Aaron Fox got him athletically, you still see that in Lonzo Ball. The question about the shot, is it a repeatable motion, and can he get it off? But I don't think the expectations are too high. He was the number 2 overall pick, not the 10th or the 13th pick, 2 overall.
Yep, but it appears the jury's still out. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
We just don't know it yet. The point is, hold on. We've talked so much. Hold on. We've talked so much about him based on what we saw from UCLA. But consider the fact that a lot is going to depend on how other guys look. If they ain't doing anything, who knows how you got to keep in mind, demoralization could kick in. You can sit up there and your team stinks up the joint, and that can really knock you down, knock your spirits down.